Hey there, fans. So the game's over. Just saw UCLA win 23-9 over Kansas State. Definitely was an ugly win in some ways. The score doesn't even show how close the game really was. Kansas State hung in there until the fourth quarter. We started really strong, running the ball well with Jonathan Franklin, and then later Kansas State had some special teams. Had a really solid running game behind Thomas. I mean that kid was running over us despite his stats. I mean, the box score doesn't even show how good he was running on us. Kaufman wasn't the best quarterback, though, and that's where we were able to take advantage of it. Sure, it wasn't a pretty win, but I'll take it. I mean, a win is a win. We're not a ranked team. We don't even need to be ranked right now. I could care less about all this ranking stuff. We're playing really solid out there for the most part. That third quarter, not the most dominant. They definitely consumed time of possession on us, running it down our throats, mixing the plays up, perfectly done there. It was good to see Kevin Kraft play solid for the most part. There was that one interception he threw we shouldn't have done, but I blame the play calling on that because really, he's not good for the vertical passing game. He just isn't for that. And he did his job for the most part. I think he really played with a meaning to redeem himself from last year's stats that he had. And he threw a nice touchdown at the end to pretty much seal the game. I don't know how Terrence Austin can get that open because there was no defenders of K-State on the screen. That was some terrible zone defense I was watching. Kraft threw a strike right to Austin, touchdown, clinched it. Jonathan Franklin, you need to hold on to the ball. I mean, at the end, that fumble was a little clumsy. I sure hope we don't do that in a one-possession game. We're lucky that was a two-possession game. Very clumsy by Jonathan Franklin there. I sure did not like that. I'm not taking this win for granted. I'm very happy we won. I just feel our defense needs to play up toward their potential a little bit more. I'm happy in the fourth quarter they finally woke up, and whoever it was that spoke to the defense, whether it was Chuck Bolo or another coach, they came out of there. Other news, we got to work on our penalties, okay? That was frustrating, the holding call, some of the late hits. We had a bunch of penalties that game, and that's what my Oakland Raiders do. I don't need to see my UCLA Bruins do the same thing. It was pretty annoying to watch the flag come out, and I was fisting the couch a lot of the time when watching. Other than that, it's a good day for the Pac-10. If you like Pac-10 schools not named USC. Okay, Arizona and Oregon State lost too, but still, the Pac-10 held their ground. Cal winning on the road in Minnesota. Congrats there. I was very happy you guys held your ground out in the... after Minnesota tied the game, you guys still held your ground and won behind Javid Best and the running game. Also, Oregon beat Utah. Not too big of an upset. Utah, I got to see them in person, as you saw. They didn't blow me away. Utah really, to me, wasn't that good as I thought they'd be. So, congrats to Oregon there. Big upset by Washington. The Huskies, Steve Sarkisian pulls off the upset against USC. That was something to watch. I mean, I think I was yelling in the room after watching that win. Because the Huskies defense, they got the turnovers when they needed it. And there were some late drives. USC should have scored more than they did. And it really came back to bite them. Because they could have scored two scores during the game. And there were two turnovers. One was a fumble by Havili, I think, was their running back, and then another interception by Aaron Corp. Very key there by Washington's defense to really hold on. Also, as I said, Arizona lost, and so did Oregon State. Those were understandable losses. I know Cincinnati's good. Iowa's good at home. Also, Arizona State won their cupcake. I'm going to have to hope they beat Georgia next week. I'd love to see that happening. Also, Washington State wins against SMU, Southern Methodist. Huge win there in the Palouse. People thought they were going to go 0-12, but they're not. They got one night of something to cheer about, and congrats to those who are up in the Palouse in Wazoo watching. And then, of course, Stanford beats my San Jose State Spartans. No surprise there. We really do not have a offense at all. Well, Stanford, I said they were the sleeper team. People didn't believe me, but they are the sleeper team in the Pac-10. UCLA's got to play them in 2 weeks. we got to watch out for that. But right now, I'm happy we got a bye week, and we can rest our guys for the upcoming games very soon. So, go Bruins. Once again, I'm very happy that USC lost as well. So, once again, go Bruins, and let's rest. Hopefully, Kevin Prince will be back in 2 weeks after our bye week.